folks. We're in South Florida. We're in Princeton and Miami-Dade. Just out running a couple of errands today. And give y'all an update on what's going on. First of all, temperature is 90 degrees and the humidity is high. It's about 65% when I left home. An early season heat wave and an extension of a drought that I thought was over because there's no rain forecasted for another 8 to 10 days. So that means more brush fires and higher water bills. You got to be mowing your lawn, and all the vehicles get dirty because all the dust is blowing around. We still, I think we're closer to making our decision to just relocate. Like I said in the last video, there's like 3 areas we're looking at, or really 2. One is Highlands County, the other one is the LaBelle area in western Henry County. In Highlands County, you know, the cities of Lake Placid, Placid Lakes, Sebring will be the main #1 choice there. Red light. Extended red light. Normally don't talk at red lights, but let me show you how messed up these traffic signals are on the streets adjoining the now called Transitway. The light, well, we missed the light cycle. It might have been my fault we didn't get here in time. But see those cars that are now starting to turn? They were there the whole time with a red light, but they should have had a green light because everything else was red, including the busway. That light only supposed to be red when the busway signals are red. Now let's see if we can get a cycle here this time. There was no bus crossing or nothing like that, but the light stayed red for them the whole entire time, where it should have been green. And this is what people are complaining about now in Neighbors app. The northwestern tip of the area, the CDP known as Princeton. Look how much growth this area has had. Wow, it's got a Doral, Broward Sheriff, police officers living in the area. They all got their own commute too. Now they're building more on the southwest side of the intersection. On Silver Palm Drive, by the way, 232th Street. area used to be very industrial, and part of it still is, but it's changing by the month. We cleared this field here, so maybe something is coming there. So as I was saying, we're looking at a couple of different areas. They all have their pros and cons. Now we're here. Here's the bus waiting on a red light. LaBelle area, Port LaBelle actually, to be more exact. One of the pros we have, that area is developing pretty fast. It's not as big as Sebring or anything, but it's getting a lot of, should I say, a lot of homes built and businesses. It's still pretty darn rural, but that's a good thing in a way. Has very low crime rate. It's virtually no traffic. It's got a super Walmart that I've been to that's pretty centrally located for where the new houses are being built. And has everything there, including liquor store, which we all know is a necessity. So for those who have relocated away from the Miami-Dade area, we're in Princeton, headed towards the range on 134th Avenue. And if you remember this area, you can see how much has changed. All the single-family homes have been bought, demolished, replaced with apartment buildings like these here. The house has just been demolished there. So I'm not moving the camera around too much, but y'all can see. Back to LaBelle, I guess the cons are that, well, let's stay with the pros first. One of the things that I like most about it is it's a little less than 2 hours away from where I reside now, here from Princeton. It's almost a 2-hour drive, and a very nice drive on 27. It's not a hectic commute on a turnpike or I-95 or anything like that. Not that I'll be making the drive every day, but I still have my family here, so I'd like to make the drive once a month. And from Sebring, it'll be a 3-hour drive. About 3 hours and 10 minutes is what's taking us. So we want to keep our same doctors and stuff. So we a 2-hour drive is not bad, especially if it's only once or twice a year. Rancher proper now. And Woody Drive and the everlasting construction here. So going to the cons about LaBelle or Port LaBelle is everything. The only thing it has is a super Walmart and a Winn-Dixie and just a couple of restaurants. But anything else is going to have to go to neighboring Lehigh Acres or Fort Myers, which downtown Fort Myers is less than an hour away, so it's not bad. You got everything in Fort Myers. One thing that I don't like about it is no rail service, and I like my trains, taking videos of trains and stuff, but that's my nerdy side of me. I've been like that since I was a kid. And they only have Fort Myers is the nearest rail line, and it's not a busy one at that. By the way, this huge Amazon facility is finally open. Now, going about Sebring. Pros is that it's everything. The city has everything. A couple of Walmarts, Publix, just about everything is there, except for maybe Target. And if there isn't a Target, eventually there'll be one. What the hell I got in front of me here? Neighborhood here, by the way, is named Homestead Base. Yeah, go straight so I can turn. And the prices of the houses are about the same. You seem to get a tiny bit more land for the same price in LaBelle than in Sebring, but it's a little more congested in Sebring. Another positive about Sebring is it's just about an hour and a half away from my youngest daughter in Winter Garden. Always get confused. Well, Sebring has a lot of rail action. Amtrak, CSX, U.S. Sugar Railroad, all that come through. They have the
do not perform this action.
The excursion trips on the U.S. Sugar line, also known as South Central Florida Express. There's more stuff to do. It has a nice downtown. Has a nearby Avon Park, which also has a nice downtown area. Is really a 3-hour drive. I think the crime rate is not as low as LaBelle. And by the way, this is the new Miami-Dade Transit South Garage. I think they're going to call it South. self-sustaining facility too, with solar panels and stuff. Lots of money going in there, but lots of jobs too. Almost to our first destination. We'll continue the discussion on the next video. Is about as far north as we'll go. I know Lake Wales is beautiful. I know Winter Haven, there's a lot of possibilities, but I think 3-hour drive to come visit my parents once a month, or my mom, my sisters, is long enough. And one good thing about both areas is people drive a lot better, a lot more courteous than like this a-hole in front of me. So folks, we're at a red light. We're gonna shut it down. Remember not to, whether you're on the water or the road, don't drink and drive. You can need all your skills to survive. And be good to each other. 90 degrees, and we're in the Homestead Base, Leisure City area, and y'all take care.